All right, how's it going? Welcome back to Profit Piggy YouTube here. Um, Today I wanted to go over my first home purchase and my first investment into a piece of real estate. I like to call that the Bethune Deal. Um, and essentially, I want to go over this today because I want to show you how buying a home can make you rich um, in a contrarian view to most gurus who say that purchasing a home is a liability. Today, in today's kind of world and economy, homes can be expensive in a lot of places. But the key is to find a home in an area that is decently priced and is below the median price of the entire country, and where the job markets are good and you can make a good wage. So I call this the Bethune Deal, and basically I'm living in this house and I view myself as a renter. So I'm going to say rent slash mortgage. Now, the reason that I consider myself a renter in this property is because this is not the nicest property. This is not your forever home. This is not my dream home. It's got a beautiful 1 acre lot and can be very nice and will be very nice after I invest into it, make it nicer, landscape it, put a fence around it, and improve its overall value. Now, what I want you guys to know is that in 2019, I was paying $1,400 a month for a rent on a 1-bedroom apartment. Okay. Now, what I did, and most of you guys won't do this because you are scared of leaving your family, or have some hang up on why you couldn't do something like this. But what I did is I moved from California to North Carolina. And before I did this, I saved up $20,000 cash. Well, M1, right? So cash equivalents inside of a bank account. Now, when I moved to North Carolina, I didn't know the area, right? So I rented another apartment, and I kept my job. I transferred with my company, so I had the same income, but I rented an apartment for $800 a month. Month-to-month lease, because I knew that my goal was to take this $20,000 and go buy a house, right? Now, the route that I chose to take was to use the whole $20,000 in order to keep my payment low. Now, when I originally moved, I used up $4,000 of this $20,000. So I came here with, I think I had $21,000 for, let's say, so I came here with $17,000, and then I ended up saving along the way. And then during this time, it was COVID. Remember the COVID? We got those stimmy checks. So I think it was like $3,600 in stimmy checks, and I added that to my amount of cash that I had. And during COVID, I walked houses. Everybody was scared to go out, and I continued to walk houses. And after being here in North Carolina for about 8 months, I found a home that was listed for $160,000. $110,000. Okay, this home is the one that I live in, and I put in an offer for $107,000. Okay, it's a 2-bedroom, 3-bath on a 1-acre lot. They countered, and I got this house for $109,000 in March or May of 2020 is when we closed. Okay, so I put 20% down on this property. So my $109,000 property, I put 20% down. This was $21,700. So my loan was $87,300. My payment is $607 a month. This is including taxes and insurance. Okay. So what did I choose to do? I left my family, my friends, my acquaintances, and I moved to a new state in order to build margin into my lifestyle. So I take home roughly $4,000 a month. My mortgage is $607. Now, why do I consider my house an investment, and why do I believe it's making me rich? Because every month on that initial $87,300, I'm paying down the loan, and I now owe $80,000, and I am no longer paying $1,400 a month, right? I'm paying $600, roughly. That gives me an additional $800 a month to save and invest, plus my $150 a month pay down in equity. 150, so 800 plus 150, and the property is appreciating at 5% per year. So that 109,000 is going up $5,000 every year. So that's like 60. Is that $60 a month? Roughly $50 a month. So this gives me $1,000 a month that extra that I can save and invest, or is gaining to my net worth every month. So I am now, by making one decision, becoming $12,000 richer every month over the rest of my life. Okay. As I do improvements on the property, I could potentially increase the value over time, add an extra bedroom, do really nice landscaping, build an ADU. There's multiple possibilities. But essentially the reason that I wanted to come here and show you how, as an average person, buying a home can be an investment for you. If you do it properly, right? Put 20% down. Don't buy an extraordinarily expensive house. The asset will be appreciating, and you're saving money every month. If you do it right, you can turn your home into a valuable asset that makes you money over time, with the positive of, if you ever sell that property, your gains are tax free. In some areas, it may be up to $500,000. I don't know the exact numbers on that, but essentially the gains that you on the property that you would be purchasing or could purchase as an average person would be tax-free. If you have any questions, let me know. I just wanted to share my story and how my personal home purchase is valuable to me and is allowing my family to become wealthy over time, right? So that extra $1,000 a month, plus we try to save $1,000 a month, right? Plus we're putting $1,000 a month into retirement. We try to save and invest $2,000 every month in our household, if not more. We get a bonus check. We do extra side hustles, things like that. Flip a property, different things. Keeping our mortgage cheap and not living lavishly, we provide security to our family. If I lose my job, I will be able to make that $600 payment every month. And that gives me confidence to try new things, try businesses, and invest money, right? So as an entrepreneur, you have to take risks. And by keeping your overhead low and running your life like a business, it gives you leverage over your time and energy and money saved in order to grow it, expand it, and do better and do more with it. Thank you. Keep up the great work, and we'll see you soon.